Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Have we stream? Have we stream? We have stream. Beautiful. Lovely. Looks like we have a stream. So, a viewer who apparently was happy with our repair services was kind enough to send us some coffee from their farm. So Paul brought me a coffee grinder, little coffee grinder here, and one of these, and as well as some hot water, and I'd like to try some of his coffee. This is kind of cool. So that's hot water. So how do you keep it from burning? I don't drink coffee much, so how does this work? You take this and you put that in there, and then that in there, and that? Which comes worse?
One scoop.
Corona coffee. That stuff smells fucking amazing. That smells much better than Corona.
And hot water to the brim.
Wait, you can't put more coffee than that?
No.
Just a capful?
If you want some more, you can.
Just a capful?
Just a capful.
Only a capful.
Then you give it 5 minutes.
Right. Damn, that seems freaking hot. Alright, I'll wait for this to stop boiling.
I got hazelnut creamer too.
Even using a French press. Is that a...
Robust.
Yeah, Paul's fancy. This actually reminds me of the coffee that they had at Avatar Studios. They had some good stuff there.
Do you have a cup?
Because most, like, when you go to Starbucks, all that stuff smells like shit. This is a cup, right?
No.
Oh, shit. I have an alcohol container. I didn't think this through. Curfew tonight? I don't think so.
Yeah, it's
It-
supposed to be 11 o'clock. It's supposed to be off the streets.
11 o'clock in New York or Jersey?
New York.
Oh, yeah. That'll be interesting, I suppose. Add tea. Nah. I'll wait for this to cool off a little bit. I don't have any tea. I also don't have a cup. Alright, I'm fairly unprepared here. I'm not...
Robust.
I guess I won't be able to stay at work until midnight. I guess I won't be staying at work until midnight tonight. Because there's a curfew. You are not prepared. You know, indeed I'm not. Indeed I am not prepared. I'll just have my steaming coffee over here. I said on one of my other videos that coffee is an addiction, so I'd like to just, revisit coffee with a different coffee since someone was kind enough to send this over. Look at that, coffee. MacBook repair tonight. I did a lot of stuff today. I'm probably going to do a MacBook repair stream tomorrow. I do have a lot of videos to edit, a lot of backlog of repairs to edit, so I'm uploading an interesting one tonight. How is your store? The store is doing all right. So far, knock on wood, still here. Are you hiring anyone or considering moving to other states? I live in PA. I really have considered moving to other states. And I'm actually looking at houses in other places. Why are you with a mask when you're alone? How dumb are you to not see that literally 90 seconds ago there was someone working right next to me? Wow, you dumb. You dumb. Dumb gets timed out. So, anyway. It's not. I remember this cup. Yes. Anyway, I have thought about moving to other states. Just like all the other, I would have to actually move the business out of state, and there's not really much in terms of options. There's not really great options there. Like New Jersey's property taxes are fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And also, you have to think about it. When you move to another state, you really are. How to put this? You're losing all the intellectual capital you built up at your business unless everybody wants to move with you. So I'm probably going to be bothering everybody to move to Fort Lauderdale at the end of the year based on how nice it is. So you're going to see what's the word I'm looking for? A subliminal messaging campaign begin at Rossman Repair. We're going to have pictures of beaches and shit everywhere. Yeah?
Florida's a wacky state.
It is a wacky state.
Robust.
But you get so much more for your money.
Well, you do in Kentucky too.
I remember years ago you said you don't drink coffee. I don't, but I'm trying it because this person sent me their own coffee that they made themselves, not, some Folgers or Starbucks shit. So I'm kind of curious. NYC blows. It really does. And one of the things that I said is that once mail-in business overtakes walk-in business, the reasons to stay here become less and less. I made a calculated decision to stay here because walk-in business kept going above. What's up? Go away.
Robust, robust, robust.
Shh, no, go away. Fuck off. First, can I make a propaganda posters? No. Yeah, you lose all the intellectual capital you built up at the place, and I really don't want to lose that. But at the same time,
Robust, robust.
if mail-in does eventually go over walk-in business, why would I pay $12,500 a month to be here? So it is what it is. Jersey seems cool. It's just 2% property tax. It's like 2.3% property tax. You guys are nuts. I guess you got to burn down your house or something to, pretend the value is lower so you get a decent deal. Maybe that's what Eugene was going for. Maybe he was practicing for his move to Jersey. New York City is raising property taxes almost 6% when property values have tanked. Yeah, that's not gonna end well. Why did YouTube take your video down? I don't know. I appealed it, and they put it back up. I posted the version today because I didn't notice that my stream was put back up. I didn't even notice that they put my stream back up because I never got a notification of it. Apparently, my stream was put back up. Yeah, my stream got put back up. That was interesting. Am I thinking of the same one, actually? I think I left it. I forget. Honestly, my memory's kind of shit today. But they did not give me any indication of it. This thing is still boiling. I'm going to wait.
Do you want hazelnut creamer?
I'll try it. Yeah, why not? More than half of New York City revenue is property taxes. Yeah. How much of your business is local compared to mail-in? It used to be 60%. At like the best month ever for mail-in was 45% mail-in, 55% walk-in. But the walk-ins were all easy business, whereas the mail-ins were all difficult shit. So it's not even just the revenue amount. You have to consider how much time was put in to get that revenue. And typically there's more time put in and more effort to get the mail-in revenue than the walk-in. And also, again, the walk-in revenue does not, it's lower credit card processing, but it's also, you don't have to deal with shipping. So it's really, it has to be at least 60-40 mail-in, walk-in before you can even consider. Fun fact, Florida is no state, city, or other income tax for individuals, and only a single state, and shit, it didn't stay on the screen. God damn it. Yep. I don't know what Paul did to the coffee. It looks like fine coffee. But that's the other thing. Moving to Florida would mean essentially you have to get everybody to go to Florida, because this business is not really just a business. This business is the sum of the people that work here that make it a better company than the other companies in the same field. And if you change the people, like if I just go to some noob Facebook group and hire 12 people to replace the people here, that's not Rossman Repair. That's just, 12 fucks in a repair shop. Problem is making that northern money in a southern state. Yeah, again, if like I could just take mail-in, that would be worth it. But it's really not the. That's not the issue. The issue is how do you actually keep the people. Paul, and also Paul just bought a house in Jersey. Steve finally found a place after like 10 years that he likes in Jersey. I'd have to get their properties Eugene if I wanted to move somewhere else.
That would suck. I'm putting a lot of work into my house.
So is Eugene.
I can imagine. This is just a hole in the ground right now, isn't it?
All right. Once Paul leaves, I will close the door, remove my mask, kill anybody who comes in, and drink the coffee. All right. The door is now closing.
Let me know how it is.
Thank you. Now that the door is closed and no one can come in my office, the mask can come off. Die, Corona. Die.
Robust, robust, robust.
You got me into fixing my own laptops, F Apple. That's awesome. Let's see, is it too hot? Oh my God, that's good. Holy crap. One of the reasons I dislike coffee a lot is because most of the coffee I've tried is that Starbucks shit. Starbucks is fucking garbage. That stuff is not like, ugh. This is good. Okay, it's overflowing a little. Wow. These dudes make some good fucking coffee. I genuinely despise coffee. I think coffee is awful. I think espresso is awful. This is good. I've been trying the wrong coffee this whole time. This shit is awesome. I'm very sorry, customer, that I forgot your name. I'm very sorry that I forgot your name. However, whoever you are, I want to say thank you very much for sending us this coffee in exchange for, doing a decent job fixing your MacBook. Because this shit's good. This is awesome. It also comes from Hawaii. Maybe Eric has heard of this before. Have you tried flying my drone into employees yet? No, I've been busy. Come to Texas, you can ride a horse to work. Oh, I like my Bafang, though. This is not bad. Wow. This is quality. I really hate coffee, but I like this. I have to rethink this hating coffee. Ruslan says, now you are hooked. Yep. Now I am an addict, just like the rest of you fucks that have to drink coffee in order to start your day. I've been starting my day without coffee the last 32 years. No. Did they remove the strike? I don't know what you mean by that. Oh, the copyright strike. Not the copyright strike. The content, whatever the fuck they call it, strike. That's a good question. I don't even know how to navigate to that in my YouTube account. I'm such a noob. Ever since they changed from normal YouTube Studio to this new YouTube Studio, I don't know where anything is, and it's really annoying. It works much shittier. You can't, if you want to look at your old videos and go through a list, you can't type in the URL and go, I just want to skip to page 35. You have to manually click next, wait 30 seconds for it to load, manually click next over and over. It's awful. I wish YouTube would go back to the old Studio. I don't even know where to find that. It's a pain in the ass. Anyway, new YouTube Studio sucks, and it's awful. Starbucks might sue you. Fuck them. Their coffee sucks. My opinion, mofo. Yeah. Okay, you keep spamming, so you're gone. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Robust.
Is there curfew in New York City? I'm not sure. Haven't even... When everything gets non-chaos, do a vacation in Dallas or Fort Worth. I will take you and Erica to dinner. Thank you, Chris. I've been meaning to... I've never been to Texas, but I've wanted to go to Texas. There's a person that was in an IRC channel. He's been in the same IRC channel that I was in for 17 years. So I've spent more than half of my life I spent in one particular IRC channel, and the owner of it is in Texas, and I've never been to Texas. So I've always meant to go to Texas. American coffee is awful. Bullshit. You haven't tried this. This is from Hawaii, which is kind of America. It's like America to the left, like it's the detached part of America, but it's still America. This stuff's good. They make better coffee than the attached part of America. I'm fucking amazed at this. I was expecting this to suck. I was really expecting this to be shit and have to censor this video so I don't offend my customer and get a 1-star. King Cuomo said 11 p.m. curfew.
Robust.
King Cuomo. That was one of the best criticisms, I think, that Larry Sharpe had of Andrew Cuomo. Larry Sharpe said that Cuomo sees himself as a king or a dictator, not as a governor. The first thing Larry Sharpe wanted to do is take every single landmark in New York City named after a member of the Cuomo family, rename it to be the name of a company, and then charge that company $80 million or $100 million or $200 million a year, and then put that money towards education, so that the city would no longer need subsidies from the federal government for education. Therefore, they would be able to choose how they educate their students on their terms using their own money rather than federal government money, which I thought was a decent idea. But, you got 1% of the vote because people like a king. El Dulce. This is good coffee. Wow. I'm taking this home. I'm buying it. What if Shop moved to California? No, moving to California is just like New York version 2. There's no point in changing all this shit so that I could go to California version 2. Like I heard they were telling business owners, oh, there's probably going to be some rioting. You should board up your windows and you should board up this. It's like, how about there's going to be some rioting? You keep that from happening because I give you so much money in taxes and it's supposed to be to protect property. Oh, man. What a mess. Starbucks is over roasted. It has to be. They have to roast out the origin flavor to create a consistent product at mass scale. Small coffee is always more interesting. Yeah, but I mean, is the consistency really that important? Do you want consistency or do you want something that doesn't taste like shit? Because I prefer something that doesn't taste like shit. What's the point of consistency if it's consistent shit? That's one of the reasons that I never tried to franchise my business, because I don't want consistent shit. I mean, I don't want consistent trash. I want something that is valuable, and I'd rather it, even if it has to stay kind of small for it to be that way. And I'm ready to be proven wrong, but I haven't found a company that's franchised that in this particular industry that's done a job to a standard that I'd say is good. And granted, they're trying to do something that I've never tried to do, so, you know, I'm the one that's kind of being the coward there by not attempting it. After COVID, you should invite Jerry Rig. Huh. Well, you know, he's in Utah, and I'm here. That's a really long way away, and I think that New York City is a mess. I don't really think I'd be able to get him to leave the nice place that he lives in now to come to this dump. But I did meet him, and I did have dinner with him in 2000, and have you bought oven mitts yet? I have not bought oven mitts yet. That's really kind of confusing. I don't know what that has to do with anything, but I appreciate the $2. But I've had dinner with Jerry Rig and like Zach, and in the summer of 2016, we went to Mazzetto, the restaurant, and he seemed like he was a really down to earth, nice guy. I got along with him very well. You know, if you want to get some amazing coffee, come down to Melbourne, Australia. Genuinely the best coffee in the world. That's a long way away to get some coffee, though. You know, that's a long. Ah, shit. I think I need to change the HDMI port in my camcorder. I bought it 6 months ago, and I kept first there was getting Eugened, then there was getting Corona'd, now there's maybe or maybe not looted, there was the right to repair hearings I owe. I never had time to do that. I need to open up my camera. That's what insurance is for. It's okay to break people's property. This was sarcasm, by the way. Yeah, Insurance doesn't actually pay out. Like, am I allowed to say that? Because I get in so much trouble on Reddit and the insurance subreddits when I talk about insurance. And it pisses me off because it's not like I'm somebody sitting there from the sidelines just saying, you know, all businesses like this are X or all of this is Y without actually having repeatedly lived the experience with 3 different businesses. But I have lived this experience with 3 different businesses that have gone through different problems at different times with different outcomes, and every single fucking time the insurance doesn't pay out. Like, it doesn't matter if it's post office insurance. It doesn't matter if it's business loss of income insurance. Doesn't matter if it's like this. Never matters. I'm getting myself angry just by thinking about it. So we'll move on to the next. I think you need to have a differentiation between, okay, there's protesters that burn down the police station that's responsible for what happened. There's protesters that fuck up other random police stations. There's people who decide to burn a Target or loot a Target, and then there's people that decide to loot small businesses. Like, these are all 5 very, very different sets of individuals, different mindsets, different goals, and different, how do I put this? Texas is a good place. I'm a computer engineering student. I know I've never been, but I plan to go. There are different levels of moral aggravation with each. Also, it's awesome that you're learning how to fix MacBooks for money. Did you get your 20 batteries back? Nope. Those are sitting somewhere in ice. Maybe Apple or Ice has them. They're probably sitting in an e-waste container somewhere. Like, don't you get frustrated a lot running a business? Yeah, but it's way better than having a job. You know, I'd rather deal with 20 hours of aggravation here. I'll take getting Eugened. I'll take, oh shit, did I just lose $30,000 that doesn't belong to me? Or I'll take, you know, is my store going to get ransacked? I'll take, oh crap, is my business going to end? Like, you know, I'll take all the aggravation, having to apologize for shit I didn't do wrong, all the responsibility in exchange for not having to have a job. It's awesome. It's better than having a job. I'll take all the shit that you have to deal with doing this Watch your recent video, but God, I have to figure out how to make that shit show up on the screen longer. But that's something I gotta figure out after this, because I updated my 18 MacBook Pro from 10.15 to the recent version. Once restarted, went to a black screen, never switched on. Apple wants to replace the board. I'm going to get my data at any cost. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. Repair help at rossmangroup.com. Send an email, and we'll see what Chris and Camille can do for you. Sometimes we can get something, sometimes we can't.
Robust.
E-bike or e-scooter? E-bike. I've tried to ride scooters. I can't do it. Maybe it's just because I've been riding a bike since I was about 5 years old, but I'm used to riding a bike. I'm not used to riding a scooter. I am more than comfortable going 50, 60 miles an hour on a bike. I am not comfortable going more than 15 miles an hour on a scooter. It freaks me out. I did have one of those little shitty Toys R Us Razor scooters, but that was it. I got mine used and for cheap because the left shock didn't work on it. Yeah, when it comes to looting is not protesting. I get the protesters. I get the people that burned down the police station, because I believe that's around the same area that the Philando Castillo thing happened. Like, I get it. Even if it's, kind of wrong to burn down a building. I get it. Then there's the looting of the Target, which is we have to make so much damage that people notice us. We need to be noticed because nobody notices us and nobody cares and we just get brushed off and nothing changes. So we have to create so much damage that something happens. I'm not on board, but I get it. But I'm not on board with it. The area where I say fuck you is then when they start doing into the small businesses. Because Target is not going to notice. That's a blip on their radar. Again, I'm not saying it's right, but it's a blip on their radar. When you fuck up places that belong to your neighbor, where they work for 16 hours a day, where they're working alongside their employees, when they're side by side doing the shit that their employees are doing, probably making 1.5 times their employee's salary, not 30 or 300 or 3,000 times their employee's salary. That's fucked up. I'm not going to conflate it and say that everybody is the same. If I meet a respectful protester who's just pissed off, I'm not going to conflate you with the dude that's trying to destroy, a small business, a small, personal coaching gym or a barber shop or something that's been in the neighborhood for 30 years. Because I don't think that they're the same people. You need a haircut. Haircuts are not essential, unfortunately. Should insurance cover the small businesses that were looted or burned? Oh my God, I'm so sick and tired. I'm sick of people saying insurance will cover the small businesses that are looted. Insurance covers nobody. Insurance covers nobody. Look at the World Trade Center. Look at the dude who owned the fucking World Trade Center. He was a multi-billionaire, owns some of the tallest buildings, most prestigious buildings in the world. Even he had to fucking sue his insurance company for years to actually get what he was supposed to get. Insurance companies don't pay people out. They don't. I had a business loss of income insurance policy. They paid out shit. I had another business loss of income insurance policy. They sent me a notice literally saying, we don't cover any interruption due to COVID. Just in case, before you even file a claim this time, you need to know that this insurance doesn't cover jack shit. Then you may say, well, you didn't have virus insurance. You didn't have virus insurance. Guess what? Movie theaters in Texas had virus insurance. There are movie theaters that had virus pandemic insurance, and they were told they were not fucking covered by it because that was not a covered virus under their insurance. Maybe insurance pays out if you're Target. Maybe if you can mobilize $800 million in billable hours from high-priced attorneys who are good at their job to sue the insurance company into the ground, the insurance will pay out. The insurance is not going to pay out for Joe's Bike Shop. The insurance is not going to pay out for a small mom-and-pop restaurant. It's not going to pay out for a record store, and it's not going to pay out for me. Because we, as small business owners, do not have the resources or the time to dedicate ourselves to fucking over the insurance company after they fucked over us. So it's not going to pay out. It's not. Have you tried to file a claim as a small business owner with your insurance company? It's impossible. You're never going to get anything. What people do as small business owners is they read their commercial retail lease. They purchase the minimum required insurance that lease says, because the last time when they actually bought the insurance that they thought would be safe to buy and they tried to use it, they got fucked. It's not going to cover that. If you burn down a small barbershop, that small barbershop is going to be in court for 2 or 3 or 5 years before they get a fucking dime from that insurance company. Just keep that in mind. Again, maybe it's different with Target. Maybe it's different with Macy's or Kmart because the insurance company knows we can't get away with that. We can't get away with that because they have the resources to kill us. But they know they know that small barbershop doesn't have the resources to sue the insurance company for 3 years. They need to get on with their life. What did I miss? What did I miss? What did I miss? I've watched a lot of your core philosophy videos and they've helped me a lot. Thank you for your content. Thank you. And the thing is, honestly, I think that if they just kept burning down that police station, that would probably send, like, if the concept is we need to create so much damage that we force society to change, you could just keep burning down that same police station, you know? Like, you don't have to burn down the barbershop. Like, burn down the police station. Burn it down 5 times over. Wait for them to rebuild the building and then burn it down again. Why why the record store? Why the small restaurant? Why the small bar? What did they do to you? Those are your neighbors. Those are the people that you say what's up to on the street. Have you considered founding a consortium co-op for repair? Folks like you and iPad Rehab to rehab your protection from hacks and protect from Apple. You're remarkable. We've thought about making a trade association. Like, there is a trade association as is. They're really nice people. Like, I think that they are very kind, well-meaning, good-hearted people. But it's not something where what they have accomplished or done would be worth me actually paying dues to, you know? Need your input on my forum post, Lewis. I can't check the forum right now, unfortunately, because I have 1,200 people watching a live stream. But Vali, Dos Informáticos, should be answering. And if you send, use the contact form on there to send me a link to it, I will take a look at it later, I promise. I don't listen to anyone who was wearing a mask yesterday but not wearing one today. That is that entire thing has just become a political clusterfuck. Like, for me, again, Cuomo said, you know, close your business. Oh, by the way, if your employees want to take paid sick leave or paid family leave, you have to pay for that paid family leave. Pay your employees all your paid family leave. Don't show up to work. We're not gonna put a moratorium or a freeze on rent, so you still got to pay your $12,500 a month, and you owe your taxes at the end of the year. Listen, I understand the frustration with the politicians. I truly do. As a small business owner who, for some reason, Cuomo seems to think that, like, everybody has Elon Musk's or Tim Cook's money. I understand the frustration. Again, for me, these masks are a 60 cent per employee, now closer to 20%. Paycheck Protection Program looted the most. I don't understand. Depends on whether all the fuckfaces kept the money. Like, if the LA Lakers kept the money, yes. If it actually got to the small businesses that needed it, then no. But I don't have enough information to know that yet. It's a 20 to 60 cent per employee per day insurance plan. It's an insurance that actually works, unlike real insurance, for me to be able to open. And if someone coughs or they sneeze or they do something stupid, that little cloud of sneeze and cough does not go over to someone that's close to them and get them sick. And so far, it's worked. You know, as I said, I pay $2,700 to $3,000 per day to be open. If I'm going to spend $3,000 a day to be open, to not spend an additional $5 or $10 to have everybody wear the stupid mask, it's just fucking insanity. Like, whether or not this is as bad a virus as people make it out to be, thank you very much, Aryan. It doesn't really. Any updates in the forum server hosting? That's already done, actually, but thank you very much. Username Dean1330, thank you. Please email me, because I can't check the forum right now. I can't even get a thought out. If you have any sort of question about the website or you need customer support or some shit, please email, because like this is just not the place. I don't have a way to really like balance ranting plus customer service. But I promise we will answer your post. Just please email. So as I was saying. Yeah, like, I understand why people are pissed off, but it's a fairly it's it's a fairly good $5 to $10 a day insurance policy to help things out. And if and if this virus is not as bad as people made it out to be, then I will look back over the last month or two and I will say that I spent 0.1 or 0.2% extra on my opening costs every day, and I'll fucking live with it. I will look back at this time, I will look back at the pictures of myself where I had a mask on and go, man, weren't we all fucking idiots? But I can live with that, Like, I can live with the negative effect of wearing a mask more than I could live with the negative effect of, what if this actually was as bad as it was made out to be, and my entire staff got sick, and because my entire staff is sick, nobody's showing up to work, and now I have no way to make income, and now I'm fucked. Like, I can live with the negative effect of being wrong on masks. I am totally happy to live with that negative effect. I am not happy to live with the negative effects if wearing the mask was important and I didn't wear it. And I wish it wasn't a case where people were mandated to wear masks or not legislated for it. I just wish it was a case where people decided, this is a virus that I don't know if I have. I can feel totally good. I could bench 325 for sets of 15 and do a run and not know that I'm transmitting this virus. Because of that and because of lack of availability of testing, I'm going to choose to not be a cunt and put this on so that when I go around other people, I don't spread the virus to people who would actually die from it. Like, I kind of wish it was a personal decision thing, but it's not. It's become a, you need to do it, so then it becomes political, so then people purposely rebel against it because it's political. It's kind of like a kid saying, like, I don't want to do this just because you made me. And that's just, it's become a total clusterfuck. The way that entire thing was handled was a fucking joke. Like, they should have just come out in March and said, listen, we fucked up. Everything we told you up to this point was fucked up, stupid, and wrong. We failed as a government. Can you just do us a favor? Like, we don't have testing available. I can't tell you exactly how bad this is, but it seems to be killing a lot of people, and it seems to be very easily transmitted. Thank you, Ove. Can you guys just do us a favor and just wear these things? Here, we'll make them available for free. Like, we're sorry, we fucked up. Please help us out by wearing these things just until we figure shit out. Do you get more or less customers during Corona? Much less walk-in, way more mail-in, which is really weird. I expected that there to be, It's really strange. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. Because usually what I have right now happening is that from people who tend to be on the right politically, they say, why are you wearing a mask? You're a fucking idiot. And when I meet people on the left, they say, why is your business open, you selfish capitalist prick? And I really, like, there's no real middle ground here anymore. So when I looked at this, let me see if I can still find this shit. Every time I put my phone in my back pocket, I think of your rant video now. Oh, man. I honestly feel bad about that. I was kind of mean to Tylos of Tech in that video. I rewatched that video, and like I kind of unloaded on that guy in a manner that really wasn't fair. I apologize, Tylos of Tech. I was being a dick. I'm sorry. I really am. I'm sorry. I was way too much of a dick to that guy in that video. And it kind of like, yeah, I mean, he was an easy target because he was saying stuff that was easy to debunk, but still, there's no reason to be a fucking cunt about it like I was. Okay, I can't find this fucking near nyc.gov thing right now. Let me see if I can.
Robust.
Slowly teaching myself to work with surface mount components. Your videos have encouraged me to pick up a new skill. Thanks to Lewis and Rossman Group. Thank you. Okay, so I don't have this link on me at the moment, which makes me feel like a moron. That's what I get for clearing my browser history. I should be less embarrassed of the type of porn that I have in my history. If I was, then I'd be able to just keep my browser history so I could show things when I wanted to. But there was a NewYorkCity.gov document that was released on May 12th, and it was showing the deaths up to this point in time in New York City. So New York City has 8 million people. And between the ages of 18 and 44, people without pre-existing conditions, my store is good so far. So far. Big if. 17 people had passed away, which is terrible. I mean, it's awful that 17 people passed away, but between the ages of 18 and 44 with no pre-existing conditions, 17 people passed away. So I think that having everybody at the store who is between the age of 20 and 40, and nobody here has a pre-existing condition, and they're all in good health, make the decision for themselves if they want to come to work. Because it was, I told everybody here, if you don't want to come to work, we'll find a way to allow you to work from home, or I'll find a way to pay you to do something from home, you know, even if it's not coming to work. Was fair. I can live with myself there. Telling everybody, hey, listen, if you're coming into work and you want to come to the store, you have to wear a fucking mask to be here. I can live with that too. How much you want to bet any of them will say, we were wrong before this is over? There's a very high political cost to admitting you're wrong, because it's not going to be seen as, well, look, he was man enough to admit when he fucked up. It's going to be, he fucked up. Do you want him to be running for your governor / mayor / president? That's right. You don't. Vote Johnson for Assembly 2020. That's the world that we live in. Nobody's allowed to fuck up. Nobody's allowed to admit they fucked up. It's about time to send you some dough. Appreciate your videos as well as the rides. Thank you very much.
Robust.
But yeah, like, I didn't close. I mean, if I closed, I would have been so beyond fucked. I would have been so beyond fucked if I had closed my store. Because my landlord made it clear. They're nice people. They really are. And they said, listen, we'll give you a break now. And they gave me a break now. But we want all of it back at next year. So next year, they want all of the money that they gave us as a break now back. So if I had closed, ouch. The city said, oh, by the way, you know, there's this 6 additional weeks of paid family leave or something like that. I mean, I would have been absolutely fucked. So I can completely, on your hierarchy of protest, where you throw burning and taking down Confederate monuments and statues at the level of MPD or below or above? Let's see. Okay, so there's protesting, burning down police station, taking down statues, burning Target, looting Target, burning small business. I'd put the statues somewhere between burning down the police station and looting Target. Because, like, if you take down the statue, you're not really discouraging a business from opening in the area. You're not actually stealing anything. It's a statue. I mean, I guess you're destroying the statue, but you're not stealing something that is, you're not stealing something that's regularly manufactured that people buy or anything like that. You just end up with a number of different currencies. Yes, lots of squigglies, Chip Wolf. I hope you will stay well, and I hope you stay safe. And New York back to normal soon. Thank you. I get why they're mad. I really do. It's really easy to tell why people are mad at that. Because when you watch that video, there's really no room for the stuff that usually gets said. Which is, he feared for his life. No, you didn't. I thought I saw a gun. No, you didn't. Well, we don't have video, so he said it was self-defense. Well, no, it wasn't. There is video. All the stuff there is that is usually said as a well, but this. Sometimes the well buts are good. Sometimes the well buts are bad. Like, they're all gone. It's just pure visceral knee into neck. F you, I own you, and this, it was sick. So I understand why people are aggravated. If you destroy the statue, you are supporting jobs because someone will have to pay for a new one. Do you end up with a lot of different currencies from the... Oh, yeah, I read that. Let's see. I need to get Restream to split the 2 chats because the YouTube ones come by so fast I can't read the Twitch ones, and it's kind of not fair. Nah. Nah. Twitch's interface is strange. Let's see. I'll just go to the Twitch site and pop it out. Chat settings, my preferences. Management. Did my mouse just decide to die? No mouse battery, no! Come on, pop out. Pop out? Yeah, Twitch is such a mess. This website. Oof. Oh no, I forgot how to use a stream software. Keep up the good work and stay safe. I will try. Thank you. When was the last time that you slept? Well, last time I slept was yesterday. That's probably going to be the last time I ever sleep now that I have this Kona coffee. Yeah, bye sleep. Hello caffeine. It's not, remember folks, it's not lying, it's commercial real estate. I like this mug. Glad I still have this mug. It's not lying, it's commercial real estate. One of my favorite old memes. What's your opinion on the repeal of Section 230? I haven't actually read through it all, that's the thing. I've only heard what pundits have to say about it, and I don't want to base my opinion based on what other people have said. So I want to actually read through the entire thing. I don't have an opinion on that because I don't have enough information to have something even remotely close to an informed opinion. Smug mug. Indeed. I received a fume extractor from AliExpress. That's awesome. I appreciate your commitment to not inhaling flux and solder fumes. I gotta read up on that. In general, this. It's not anger, it's residential real estate. If you had to pick a Mac, which would it be? Don't ask me questions like that. Here we go. Now I'm in the right screen. I can pop out chat now. Alright. Now I have, let's see, where's my Twitch pop out chat? Here, Twitch chat. There we go. Alright, now you have your own window. Bada bing. I'm sorry, Twitch people. I've been a very bad, awful streamer. Can you buy new cells for your e-bike? I'm actually trying to reset it because my battery went from 26 amp hours to 19 and a half. So I was speaking with some of the people on this e-bike Discord, and they were suggesting that I keep it plugged in for 200 hours after letting it go all the way down and all the way back up. Just keep it plugged in, let the BMS balance out the cells, and I'm gonna see how that goes. I hope it does, because I like going riding around to Jersey and other areas far away. Some have been saying police are violently attacking peaceful protesters throughout the U.S. That's not really accurate. Police meet violence with violence. Well, the thing is, it really is about what you choose to focus on. Thoughts on the bogus copyright claim that took down the NASA video of the SpaceX 2 demo launch? I didn't watch any of the SpaceX demo launch. I know this is going to anger people, but other people going to putting stuff in space was just not. It wasn't at the front of my head right now. 50 years from now, when we have colonized another planet and done amazing things in the universe, I'll probably look back on this moment and think it was stupid that I wasn't paying attention. But right now, the last thing that I care about is a launch into space. It's just, Can you recommend a sub-150 soldering station? The TS100. TS100 is a decent soldering iron. For hot air, get a used quick or the Atten 862. But that's not $150. Now, what was I saying? When we're at a point where I'm not really even sure if I fit into that legal loophole of technology support for online services staying open. I'm not sure if the pandemic is going to hit my employees or not. I'm not sure how it would hit them. I'm about to get everybody here tested for an antibody test so we can see if they got it. I'm not sure if my store is going to get broken into and destroyed. I just came, right before Corona happened, I almost got bankrupted by a corrupt set of contractors. And I moved into a place that cost 2 to 3 times more than my old store. Someone putting a rocket in space is just not something I care about right now. Again, like me, 50 years from now, I'll look back and say, wow, I can't believe you didn't pay more attention than that. Right now, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I know I'm not allowed to care. I know I'm supposed to watch everything Elon Musk does and get excited about it, and I think that he does a lot of exciting stuff. I didn't watch the fucking rocket launch. I didn't care. I wasn't excited. I'm more excited about launching my Bafang than I am someone else launching a rocket. I actually did fix my other bike with the ASI BAC 800. I wound up reprogramming it. I'll post the programming that I got that I like. I redid a lot of stuff in my own bike. I was excited about that, but I just didn't care much about the launch. I know, that's awful. Okay. You hear that there is an Ebola outbreak as well. I have not. Post it in the chat. You think you'd be better in Europe? You get Social Security, school, but pay more taxes, or you get less liberty as a business owner. I don't know. I mean, I have thoughts on it, but I also have those thoughts as a biased American that has not been to Europe. Martin Luther King Jr. believed in nonviolence. I think we should too. I agree. I do. I don't advocate for violence, unless of course you're shooting an employee with a BB gun, in which case it's totally okay. I'm semi-kidding. Why is Bunnies a normal name to have in U.S.? I don't know. I've never seen someone named Bunnies unless it was on Pornhub.com. Did you ever get the Chinesium controller to work, or did you give up? I want to break that thing over my knee, actually. Yeah, I'm done with that. Fuck that thing. I'm probably going to wind up doing a free giveaway of that to anybody in New York City who's interested in a Kelly KLS 7230. If they want it, I have it, and you can have it. Email me later if you're interested. Lewis@rossmangroup.com. It shouldn't go to waste, but I couldn't figure that thing out. I tried to figure that out forever. I fucking gave up. I actually found my spare 72150 in the basement. But I don't even need that because I got my ASI BAC 800 from a year and a half ago to work. Ever thought of opening a new RG in a different state, the other end of the city? No, I really just want to make one business. I want to keep it all under one roof, but try to grow this as much as possible rather than open in another city. I'd rather focus more on building a mail-in business so that I could have one centralized location rather than walk-in locations around the country. I'd rather get this base to be as strong as humanly possible. I don't want to try to find, I don't want to start fresh building loyal people and intellectual capital. Because a big part of what you're investing in is not just the place, it's the people. They say that if you kiss Oreo in the head for me, I can't kiss him, he doesn't wipe his ass or clean himself. There's a lot of, how do I put this? There's a lot of people that say that you have failed as a business owner if you cannot start fresh with new employees and just give them a book and get started. And to some extent, I agree. You need to have your process. You need to have a business. It has to have processes. It can't just be if everybody walks out the door, you don't have a business. And I do my best to get it to a point where if I need to let everybody go here, I could restart. But that doesn't mean that you're not losing a lot of valuable stuff. There is a lot of valuable stuff built into that employee base. The 2020 Mac Pro fixed the issue with the ribbon display or display connector. To my knowledge, no. I don't have a schematic to the newest one yet, but it looks like it has the same problem based on what there's a couple that I got, so no. And of course, it's Apple. Again, trust me, Apple is ensuring that people like us are going to be needed very far into the future with their own designs. Can I torture myself with the Kelly controller? No, not you. No, Kopaz. What was I saying? Fuck, I lost my train of thought again. I lost my train. Oh yeah, the other state. Like, there's a lot of stuff that's built up. There's intellectual capital. There's what the people that have learned over the past 7 years. There's little things about how they do some minor aspects of their job. That's why you can't just reopen a factory in the United States if it's been closed for 20 or 30 years, because all those other, even if you have all the procedures in the book, there's all these little things about how to operate and that are stuck in people's heads, and it's not going to be the same if you try to start that from scratch. And there's also the employee loyalties too. So for instance, before one of the things, and admittedly this is a selfish thing, but when I told all the people here, listen, I don't know if we're supposed to stay open or not. I don't know how comfortable you all feel with this. If you want to stay home, you can stay home and I'll pay you. But if everybody takes that as an option, I will be bankrupt, and then there'll be no business to begin with. What do you all want to do? And we came up with this, and we worked things out together where people who stayed got some bonus and people who didn't. Shoo! I spit Corona at you! No, die, Corona, die. How's using Fios rather than Spectrum? Do you even have to ask? I have 0 drop frames in the stream. What was I saying? Is that That's an investment in employee loyalty. Because the businesses that said, listen, I'm laying you all off, and then waited until they got approved for PPP and funded by PPP to hire everybody back, what that tells the employees is that the moment that we hit a speed bump, you're tossing me out. I didn't do that. Everybody here remained on payroll at their original rate before they even released the CARES Act or started talking about a CARES Act. And that is, I think that does create loyalty. It shows, wow, okay, so even if we hit a ridiculous speed bump that's bankrupting a bunch of other businesses, my boss is going to make sure that I'm still able to pay my rent. That's loyalty. I've built that up with these people here, and that matters. That's going to come back to me at some point when I need it. I don't have that if I just start over fresh in a new state. I have to build all that crap up from the beginning, and that takes a lot of time that I honestly just don't feel like bothering with. PJ Tech funded $1. Thank you. 1 second. I have to see if there is actually a business emergency here. I shoot him. I'll be back in a second. BRB. Well then, things are getting interesting here. Have you thought about secure destruction of hard drives and data? I've got a shredder for you. We have a way of handling that here. Chairstream hype. Yeah, there's a... Do you like Lenovo or the new Microsoft laptops? I like ThinkPads, T-Series, P-Series, X-Series, old W-Series. I do not like anything else from Lenovo, and I don't like Microsoft laptops. I do like that they were... One of the people at the... was actually showing how it opens up and how they purposely try to make it easier to repair. I like that. I think that's a good thing, and I'm really happy with it. Otherwise, Someone says Antifa is not an organization, it is an idea. And corporations are not corporations, they're people. Didn't you quit coffee? I did. Lewis's employee is watching in the other room laughing. He thinks we like him. Yeah, probably. Again, I'm not the best boss, but I really think that I have a lot of failings as a business owner. I definitely have a lot of failings as a leader, and I most certainly have a lot of failings as an employer and as a boss. I've fucked up a lot of stuff that I shouldn't have fucked up. But I hope that the people here feel like they're, how do I put this? They're valued more than I felt like I was valued when I worked for Modell Sporting Goods for $6.17.5 an hour. Like if I'm one step above that, that gives me a smile. But I do try. I know that I fail in many ways, but I try. And I try to admit when I fuck up, because I do. Did you get a replacement for the POS audio recorder? I bought it. I'm going to pick it up tomorrow, assuming B&H doesn't get looted. If B&H does not get looted, I will pick up the Zoom H1N that I paid for. If they do get looted, well, you know, hey, I already paid for it. I'll find a way to get in and get my fucking recorder. So I'm excited for that. What happened to your eyes? I don't know. I was born ugly. I don't know. What happened to my eyes? I don't know. It doesn't look any different than usual. Here, I'll get you a closer look. You tell me. I don't know. I was born this way. What do you think of the Dell XPS 13 9300? I've never tried it. There are a lot of people who play the influencer game much better than I do, to where they can actually get free review samples. That is not me. I am not the person that Dell decides, you know what? You know who's a great person we should allow to review this laptop by giving them a free sample? Lewis Rossman. Because they know that A, I'm going to tell the truth, B, a quart of water and spilling it into it while it's on and comparing it to a ThinkPad. So they're not going to get something back that, that works properly. Whatever happened to Sharky? I think he may be stuck at the old store. The old store has actually been repossessed by the old real estate company. Everybody F in the chat for old store. It is gone. How do you get half a cent? Unions! So when I worked at Model Sporting Goods, minimum wage was $6 an hour back then, and I got $6 an hour. Once you enter the union, then you get a raise to 17.5 cent an hour raise. However, the union dues, which by the way is mandatory, you can't opt out of the union dues were more fucking money than the raise. I would have had to work over 60 hours a week in order for the 17.5 cents to counteract the union dues. And I'm not allowed to leave the union. And none of the benefits we got were outside of what's normally mandated. Like, you need to have this much break time. But New York state labor law already mandates that much break time. You need to give people this many sick days. But New York City already mandates that many sick days. So what are you doing from a union? Oh, you're collecting dues. Now I get it. Now Models is bankrupt. Rip Models. Any looters try to steal broken MacBooks yet? Dan and Anel were joking that we should get some A1534s to give them as a peace offering. I have so many A1534s with dead CPUs. You know, some I gotta find some like 820 2915s. My 820 2915 collection. I'm thinking of that. Yeah. We need some peace offerings. You know what's really interesting? I don't think my store is going to get looted. Here's why. So they looted in Soho 2 days ago, right? Soho got looted. Soho got looted, but this Apple store on Prince Street, right next to where I was going to find, because right around 127 Green Street, that's where I was originally looking for a store, that area got looted. Apple store, totally fine on Prince Street. Then they looted around 14th Street. The Foot Locker got broken into. They were about to break in Urban Outfitters. 14th and 9th Avenue, Apple store, not looted. I think these looters are dependent on Apple products. Why are you not looting the Apple store? That's the highest value target. You know how much of all the places to loot. I'm kind of curious. Like I would want to see are all the looters, do they all use iPhones? Because if they do, I'd understand why they don't loot the Apple store. Or maybe they're all Android users and they're like, iPhone, I'm not using that shit. No SD card slot. I won't even take that for free. I'm not sure. But none of the Apple stores have been looted. What are they going to do with something that many people don't know how to use? I don't know. I'll put a Skotel IR6000 V4 in the front. Hopefully they take that instead of the Zama. What I really hope here is that BLM is just important as right to repair the riots are justified. And no. protests are justified. Hell, burning down the police station in Minneapolis is justified. Looting the barber shop, no. Like here, and honestly, I really hope that the protesters don't get mixed in with the scumbags that are looting random businesses that are owned by the very community that is advocating for better treatment. Because I know the difference between a protester and a protest and just ridiculous chaos for the sake of chaos. I'm not against the protesters. They have a legit reason. You watch the video, you see what they've been dealing with, you just watch the fucking video, and I get it. And I'm with you. I understand why you're mad. I'm not saying you shouldn't be doing what you're doing. I don't see how looting a barber shop that's owned by the dude that probably lives upstairs from you, that knows your kid's name, whose kids probably play with your kids in the playground outside the apartment complex, has anything to do with this. I think that you should look into what mob mentality means and then you'd understand. No, I know what mob mentality means, Amber. Well, I should mod you here since you're modded on the other channel. I understand what it is. Like, I just... How can you advocate for better treatment by burning down the police station? I think the whole concept there is if you keep doing this shit, there's going to be a consequence because because the consequences don't seem to be commensurate with the mistakes made by the police in that area. So what they're doing is they're saying if you do this, there's a consequence. And like again, I can grasp that. I understand that. I just don't get where like fucking up the barbershop has anything to do with it. And the important thing to do there is to realize that the people who are protesting for legitimate reasons, who are legitimately pissed and doing so peacefully, are not the same as those fucktards. I saw this one video the other day where there was this one guy that was just taking a hammer and a chisel to a sidewalk and trying to rip it off so he could toss it at cops. And the legit protesters took the guy, they grabbed him, and they sent him over to the police and said, look, this person's doing something they're not supposed to. This person's not a part of our group. You take him and you deal with him. I respect that. I really do. You have to police your own community to some extent. Like, and I know that somebody's going to say this is the wrong thing to do to like, compare it to what I do. But in my business, I advocate for right to repair. I think right to repair is an important thing. I have no problem putting Apple on blast. I have no problem reselling chips like the ISL 9239, soon to be reselling ISL 9240, by the way, and not caring that Apple has hundreds of billions of dollars to come after me legally if I just so happen to be reselling chips they don't want me to resell. I have no problem doing all of that. But I'm not going to avoid policing my own industry to some extent, or at least trying to call out shit that's not right just because I dislike Apple. Like when discussing the Henrik Husby case, bringing up that those screens did in fact have Apple logos on them that did not belong on them, when I learned that piece of information from the court case, once I had the documents, that was very important to me. Vice refused to release that information because they had a narrative, and it's all about that narrative, pushing that narrative and nothing else. I don't care. So it makes us look stupid. So it makes me look stupid. Whatever. I deserve it. Or if people are reflowing dead GPUs and calling it fixed and offering a 30-day warranty. I don't care that sometimes you do repairs that are good. I don't care that you're cheaper than Apple. I don't care that you're on my side. You're not actually on my side if you're fucking over your customers, and I will call you out for it. I'm not going to be concerned with, well, if I call you out for that, then we're going to prove that Apple's actually right and we shouldn't have independent repair. No. If we're not willing to call out the crap within our own business, why should anybody trust us at all? And seeing protesters say, listen, we're protesters. We're pissed at what's going on, and we're trying to advocate for change. That person is destroying the sidewalk that my kids walk on so that he can throw it at a cop that didn't do anything wrong and try to kill him. That person is not with us. You go ahead and take him. I respect that. I genuinely respect that. And that's what I want to see. They will not loot due to the fact that you have a salt shooting gun.
Robots.
How tall are you? I'm 5'6" short. I'm very short. My chest is closer to my feet than it is to my head. I'm so short.
Robust.
Would you ever consider going into politics? No, because it would force me to pander to people in order to get votes rather than discuss my actual opinions and try to solve real problems. And that would make me depressed. That would probably cause me to become very angry. That would cause me to have a lot of and then I wouldn't enjoy my life anymore. And that'd also be hated by a lot of people. No. Mr. Comer funded $2. Thank you. You aren't already angry. Yeah, but I think I'm angry at things that are worth being angry about. Anger is a great emotion it's one of the first lines of defense of human dignity. You know, to be angry at something that's worth being angry about is there's a natural human way to say, I have dignity and I would demand that you respect it. What's your favorite color? The red color of blood spilling from every single human being that uses a U in favor or color when it's not supposed to be there. No, it's blue. Dark blue. I'm also surprised at the specific targets that got it. Like, I'll put this. I would imagine a bank would be an easier target than a store. Like, what if you just got behind targets that most normal people could agree they fucked me over at some point or another? Banks that got bailed out? I think a bank that got bailed out would make more sense as a target than some random fucking small business. I don't like Chase. I've never advocated for violence against Chase or destroying the Chase. But if I was in some what was that movie where everybody just gets to shoot each other for a day? I forget the name of it. What was the name of that movie? It came out like 4 or 5 years ago. It was a game where everybody just gets to kill each other for a day, for one day of the year. Purge, yeah. If I was in a purge situation and I had a choice between my bank that said, fuck you, you've been a customer for 10 years, you have a great credit score, you qualify for $0 in loans, or Target, I probably wouldn't choose Target. Yeah, I'm not saying that that's the world we live in. If I was inside the purge and there was some sort of riot shit breaking out, how are people prioritizing Target?
Robust.
I tried to reattach a USB 3 port to a drive, a lot more involved than watching your stream. Totally butchered one of the pads. Lots of respect for learning this stuff on your own. Harp, one of the things is that, here's the thing. You tried it on the good one. You tried it on the drive you're trying to fix. You need to practice 5 or 10 times on something that doesn't matter at all, that has no value, and then try it on the one you're trying to fix. Because when you're working on something that has no value, you're less stressed, because if you mess it up, it doesn't really matter. You're not like, oh shit, I hope I did this right. Oh god, if you're just working on something that's some old, 12-year-old piece of shit that doesn't have anything important on it, then you'll be able to learn in a non-stressed environment. And it's really important that when you're learning this stuff, and Jessa will tell you this as well, that it's really important to do it when there's not this, oh shit, I need this to work. I really need this to work. I need this to work so I can make a living. If I can't make this to work, the customer's going to be mad. Oh god! No, just, you need to wait until it's 12 or 1 in the morning. You're done with your day. You can't really sleep. There's nothing else to do. Your wife's sleeping. There's a curfew. If you go outside, there's a bunch of angry rioters that'll probably fuck you up. Just go to the corner. Got nothing better to do. Let's just try to fuck with this. See where I get. And go in there with no goals. Don't go in there saying, I am going to make this work tonight. Go in there with the goal that I'm just going to try to get this USB port off and let's just see what happens. Oh, that's what happens. And let's just see what happens if I try to solder this on this way. Okay, instead of using hot air, let me try to do each individually. Okay, let me see what happens if I use wick. Let me see what happens if I use a solder sucker. Don't go in there saying it needs to work. Just go in there and say, okay, just out of curiosity, what does this do? And do that for maybe 20 or 30 minutes a night and see what happens. That's how I learned. And that's how I got to a point where I damn near wanted to cry because I couldn't figure anything out to being good at it. What are you going to fix for us tonight? I have a video that's rendering of a sensor issue. And it was a really trolling sensor issue, and I'm going to be uploading it very soon. Okay. Why are people fucking with Target? I don't know. Maybe it's because they make a good target. No, that was awful. With that awful pun, I will end the stream. I will get out of here. I will go home. Actually, I'll fix up a couple of things I need to do here first, and then I will get out of here. Everybody, stay safe. And remember, try to be a part of the change that you want to see in the world. If you want to change the world, it's going to start with you. That's it for today. And as always, I hope you learned something. It's not lying. It's commercial real estate.